Dear viewers, I am your host Nadeem Qureshi. On behalf of SIPD, I welcome you all to a new episode of one of our exclusive education programs, Bolo Dil Se. In our program Bolo Dil Se, we invite people from every walk of life, especially those who have done something extraordinary, unique, or outstanding, and stand out as role models for others. The purpose of organizing this online program is to encourage these people and expose our viewers to their successes, challenges, and lessons learned so that they may get out of it something beneficial for themselves. Viewers, today we have with us Ms. Naila Mashroof as a guest who will be sharing with us the unique experiences she had during her professional life. She has experience of working with national and international organizations. For instance, the well-known USAID-funded project, Pakistan project. She was a master trainer in a private organization where she trained almost 200 plus teachers within 1.5 year period. She started her career as a primary teacher at Aga Khan Education Service, which is well known AKSP, Pakistan. And within a few years, she came to a leadership position as principal of Aga Khan Secondary School, Murtazabad, Hunza, Gilgit. Before we start a conversation with Ms. Naila Mashroof, let me share with you a few glimpses of our educational work. Dear viewers, she believes that being a leader in her institute, facilitating and helping everyone is a part of her duties. Therefore, she never hesitates even if it is planting a plant in a soil and watering it or leading her staff while organizing any event in her school. As far as looking after the academics and management side of her school, she quite often conducts professional development sessions for academic staff and facilitates administrative and logistic staff carrying out their day-to-day activities. She also has a firm belief that celebrating small successes at the school level is one of the prominent features of her learning organization. That's why when it comes to celebrating any important event, she takes the lead in planning, organizing, and executing such tasks. As you can see in the snaps, children at the primary level celebrate their happy environment day at the school level. In another picture, a whole class of secondary level celebrating their successes of winning a trophy in sports along with their teachers. Let me tell you something about the history of Aga Khan School Murtazabad, which was previously known as Al Murtaza Academy. The school was constructed by Madame Diana in the loving memory of her daughter Miss Lisa Shursin, who visited Murtazabad and spent some memorable time with the community school at Murtaza Academy. Miss Lisa was one of the pioneer teachers of Al Murtaza School, but unfortunately she passed away once she returned to her home country, America. Aga Khan School Murtazabad is located in purposely built building, as you can see, surrounded by a lush green valley, enchanting valley of Hunza. Viewers, as you can see, the building is surrounded by lush green, enchanting valley of Hunza, and one can easily see snow-covered mountains in the surrounding. Viewers, the school was inaugurated by Diana MacArthur in September 2018. She was awarded the title of Honorary Mother of Murtazabad by government officials of Gilgit-Baltistan. Now let me tell you something about Al Murtaza Academy. Al Murtaza Academy main campus has 13 classrooms starting from kindergarten to grade 10. There are spacious, well-lighted, airy, and comfortable classroom for the students in newly built campus. As you can see in these snaps, the students in groups attending their academic session facilitated by their teachers. The campus has a facility of neat and clean washroom for the students. They have a fully equipped library and multimedia room for the students. There is a separate multi-purpose art room available for the students where they prepare and practice the tasks assigned to them from their teachers as a part of their extracurricular activities. For instance, drama, singing, music, painting, speech, or debates. They usually come over here to practice and prepare for the events. While passing through the corridors of the school, one can see displays prepared by students and their teachers, which are evidence of teachers' efforts and their students' performance. Your SIPD team was at Al Murtaza Academy to conduct the interview and to look at the campus of Al Murtaza Academy. But before departing from the Akhan School Murtazabad, SIPT team had a group photo with Miss Naila and her staff as a glorious memory of the visit. Viewers, as I've said earlier, that Akhan School Murtazabad is located in one of the remote areas of Hunza Valley, and arriving there was not an easy task. In this video, you can see that it was a very narrow pathway for vehicles to pass by. At times, we had to stop our vehicle and go backward and forward to take our turns in the narrow pathways. When the SIPD team arrived at the school, everyone was busy. We requested the school principal, Miss Naila Mashroof, to spare some time out of her busy schedule for the interview. Miss Naila, thank you very much for sparing your precious time. Our viewers are very much interested to know how you actually started your work. This designation you are on at the moment, it's a principal of Akhan Education Service, and especially in the context of Hunza, it's very remote area, you know. So I would like viewers and I would like to know that was there anything happened with you? Were you inspired by someone, or what actually diverted your consultation? How did you start in this job?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences and ideas. And yes, you are very right that there are many factors that actually shape us, shape our interests, it shapes our personalities as well. But when I reflect back on my own experiences, my mother is actually the biggest inspiration for me first, my parents obviously, but she is actually a teacher. And the way she has adopted this profession with passion, that has actually created an interest in myself that although I was honors in economics and I wanted to join the corporate sector, but just because of her, I diverted my interest. And then I have joined this Khan Education Service Pakistan, which is the second biggest organization within the GB sector after government, as a teacher. But at that time I was very novice teacher. But there is another person who was our at that time RSDU head, Sir Ibrahim Beg. He is currently senior manager academics in Khan Education Service Pakistan. He has actually motivated me to go further beyond teaching life and to explore your own capabilities and skills and as well. So for that, I went for Akhan University Institute for Educational Development, Pakistan. That actually shaped me because before than that, I was having very limited knowledge, limited experiences. I would not say limited experience because every experience counts a lot. But when I went over there to AQID, those 2 years have actually framed me, shaped my personality. And then when I go for this interviews and of this principal post, then I was actually considered the strong candidate for this position of Khan School Murtazabad principal.
Okay, so you're trying to say that after having exposure to MEd, MEd from Akhan University, it actually provided, it was actually an opportunity for you that enable you to see the things in with different, you see, angle,
Perspectives, yes.
and removing your actual lens of which everybody wears on his her eyes. So
Yes.
it also expand your horizon of your looking at different things. So that's
Exactly.
good, and
Exactly.
that's marvelous. So, Ms. Naila, I would like to know that did you face any sort of challenges when you started the job, the designation you are on at the moment?
Yes, because as compared to the teachers, principal post is full of challenges. We already know, and honestly, to be honestly, I didn't perform any job of a VP or something like that. Obviously, I was taking the lead in different initiatives when I was in school. But this post is filled with challenges because we have to deal with the community, we have to go with their expectations, and as well as we have to cater the needs of the students, be inside the classroom. So there is teaching, learning, we have to monitor all of these aspects. So with the limited experience, obviously I did have knowledge which I gained from AQID, but a person needs practical experiences as well. So with that challenge, that was actually the biggest challenge for me. But after that, once I be familiar, because within the AKSP we have a very like a systematic procedure. They do not just hire people and let them do their work. They personally orient them. They personally guide them. There are different processes, different formats, documents, and all of these are there, which actually guide us, which actually facilitate us that how a system should run accordingly. So for me, I guess the after post-COVID situation was actually a biggest challenge for me because there are most of the teachers, they were non-locals. So once the COVID hit, obviously all of the teachers were supposed to go back to their home. The school was closed, and I was the only person over there in the school during that winter break to facilitate the students, to facilitate the parents, to motivate the parents to be in touch with these studies, because you know that during the COVID, the students think that the school has been closed, so they have nothing to worry about the studies.
Ms. Naila, you were talking about the challenges you faced while coming to this destination you are or designation you are having right now. So we were talking about COVID situation. Don't you think that some challenges we face, they provide some sort of opportunities, and sometimes they are blessing in disguise?
Yes, exactly.
So some people say that COVID provide, that was also a challenge, but the type of situation it created, it was also a situation. It was also an opportunity, like people consultation diverted to online sessions, online program, online video conferencings. So how do you see your role? How did you tackle that challenge, and what opportunities, or how do you see that? Was that the actual opportunity, or the challenges that hinder your way of your teaching and something you are doing at AKSP school?
Okay, so sir, as you have already mentioned that this COVID has changed everything, especially our education system. Although we were having this SLO-based teaching inside the schools, but that actually shifted our mindset towards the digitalizations of everything. So although we are having some ICT classes over here in within the AKSP, but now actually this COVID has reminded us that now the education system is incomplete without the having or exposure of ICT. So obviously for that, our organization plus Khan Education Board, they have actually facilitated us in different terms. For example, for our level on the school at school level, me and my teachers, we have to develop our skills, especially for video recording and everything using the Camtasia software, which was totally a new thing for all of us, because some of the teachers, they were even not aware of how to use a laptop, because there are some senior teachers as well. But with that COVID situation, all the teachers, they have jotted down and then they worked skills, and then how they are going to facilitate the students. So within the organizations, obviously, we have developed some DLPs, and as well as from Khan Education Board, they have conducted different webinars, online session, face-to-face session, GCRs, Google Classrooms. So obviously, the principal or the school head need to be informed about all of these things, what they are, what are the nature of these programs or these gadgets or whatever the online sessions, and then obviously we need to be motivate the parents, because they, according to their understanding, it is of no use, because we have to shift the whole mindset of the parents and the students toward this online sessions and on even the DLPs, which we call, because at that time this Hunza region, especially in Murtazabad, we were not having the good internet, so that's why we have shifted to the DLPs. So that was a challenge and as well as opportunity to learn about these skills and then facilitate the teachers and the parents as well.
Okay. Ms. Naila, thank you. That is very good example that COVID situation provided an opportunity and open another window of opportunity. How do you see the communities and parents' role, specifically parents encouraging their children, their you see, in for acquiring education, and especially girls to go to schools and acquire education? How do you see that COVID situation also open the window for parents, or do you have another idea about this?
Initially, sir, you already know that the schools were closed. So the parents had this mind that once the schools are closed, the learning has stopped for their kids. Because unfortunately, in our region, most of the parents are not that much habitual of monitoring the students inside the homes, for especially for teaching and learning. Although we have provided the DLPs because of the internet unavailability, we have made video recordings of the different lectures, and then we have provided the USBs and given to the parents. Initially we faced so many negativity and backlash from the parents that you have closed the schools, now what will the students will do. Obviously that also shows that they are very much concerned about their students and their future. But later on, obviously, once we go with that systematic procedures of first we initiating the cable programs, due to electricity, most of the parents couldn't access. Secondly, then we go for the DLPs. We developed the study bags which were easily being monitored inside the home, and the teachers were assigned that they have to take the follow-ups. Once they see this effort from the school sides and from teacher sides, then they start to cooperate with us, and then they things get much smoother.
Okay. Ms. Nana, when you say DLP, I understand you're talking about distance learning program.
No, that is actually digital learning program.
Digital learning.
Yes.
Okay. So that is also addition for my knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, how do you feel overall about your success, the position you are in? You see, I don't think that in rural areas, people like you, in the context you are sitting, uh, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of struggle, a lot of qualification, as you have mentioned, and of course, skills and knowledge. Uh, how do you feel? How your parents feel? How your friends feel about the position you are in, on your having this, you see, a designation, or your having this opportunity?
Okay, as for the parents, you know that they always feel proud of their kids. No matter what we do, they are always encouraging. So obviously, whenever I facing any challenges or any kind of, the challenges are part of this position. So they always encourage me, motivate me, but on the other hand, they are really feel proud that a female student, a female person is actually handling such kind of situation, because we have a mixed community over here. So we come up with different challenges and different type of hindrances sometimes. So they are very much like proud enough plus motivating. As for my friends are concerned, they are also the IT graduates. one of them has went for the PhD as well. So they are time to time they take the follow up from me. They time to time encourage me, and they are my biggest support. You can say the family and the friends.
Okay, that's good. That's also good to know that the people are encouraging you
Yes.
in the rural context. Do you think, are you satisfied the life you are, I mean, the type of life you are spending? Are you satisfied with this?
Yes, obviously, because Alhamdulillah, I am having a strong position over there in the community. Although we have faced different issues and challenges initially, but Alhamdulillah, now the parents and community knows that this school head and this teachers they are working really hard for the development of their kids. So now alhamdulillah they are much like happy, and now they are kind of motivated towards the school development as a whole.
Okay, that's good to know. Do you think that there is still, or you feel that there is still need to be done where I'm standing, where I'm sitting? It's not enough. I have to do something else. I have to achieve some other objectives to or your parents. So, do you think that you're going to do something which you feel that I have to do something like one, two, three, four, these things in the context of the community development, in the context of you see developing community and imparting education, those who are deprived of it. You see,
Mm-hmm.
out of school children, it's very
Mm-hmm.
important to bring
Mm-hmm.
them in a mainstream education.
Exactly.
Do you have such type of feeling that is something still need to be done?
Yes, because sir, as I have told you, that this school has been established in 2018, and this is my third year over here. So you know that it takes, as the research says, it takes 10 to 12 years for a school and the community to be developed and run in that path. So obviously, it's just a new building, new school, which needs to uh, so much reform, so much development. But yes, you are very right. In terms of the staffing, I am very much lucky that my staff are very hardworking and very cooperative. Just because of them, when we were affiliated, our school was affiliated at in first year, like sorry, they were in ninth class in 2019. When we got the result, it was 76% through AQEB board, which is actually a remarkable for all of us. As because we observed that there are some other schools who were running from 10 to 15 years. But once when they were affiliated with AQEB, initially the result was not satisfactory. So that is actually a big achievement. But as for the community is concerned, yes, there needs to be done so much because as per my ASIP, which we are working, we are actually more focused on community involvement, parental involvement inside the schools, and then there are so many parents who are uneducated enough. So we are actually planning such kind of activities and programs and sessions where we are trying to educate them that how they are going to work. Like previously, I have started the chain of such kind of sessions in which I am going to the community to visit their different mohallas and different jamaat khanas and different masjids where I am conducting the sessions for those community, those especially for parents, like kind of a positive parenting, to know, to let them know that what are the new different strategies which they can use inside the school. So obviously there are some other strategies which our teachers has devised as well, that fee issue is a big challenge over here. So we are working on to facilitate teach parents that how they are going to make their budget, so that what are the things which they need to cut down. So there are various awareness sessions which still are in pipeline, and we are going to conduct those kind of programs and sessions, especially for the community, because other than the parents, obviously a school in itself cannot run or cannot flourish if the community is ignored or the parents are ignored. So
Yes, thank you, Miss Naila. Uh, I would like also know about when you compare your school in your you see locality in your community, how you differentiate your school with the other ones. You see, definitely there will be other institutions as well. Maybe some would be at far distance, and some would be nearer. Now, if you would like to convince a parent, or you would like to convince a person who is coming from, remote area, how would you convince that parent or person that this institution is far better than the other in term of, anything in term of technicality, in term of staff, in term of the programs you have already mentioned? So can you specify something which is unique in your context in this school that you have initiated actually, and you don't find such an example in other areas?
Actually, when we are in the Khan Education Service Pakistan, there are processes and the procedures which you will find similar in across all of the schools. So I would not say that there are any exceptional cases, but obviously yes, the parents are being facilitated by our school. Parents' involvement, like from the last 1 or 2 years, that has been increased inside the schools, which I observed that in, because I have also worked in other private organizations in which the parents are not allowed to go to the principal office without the appointment. But here they are very much free enough. They can have consultation with the school head, with the teachers. Parents, other than parents, the students, they are free enough that if they are facing any kind of challenges, they can come at any time to the principal office and we are available to facilitate them. So I guess that is also a plus point. Other than that, you also already observe the building is there, and other factors are, as I have told you, the results. That are also the main factor which actually attract.
I want to see this school as equal as higher secondaries, which are the premium institutes across GB and Chitral. Um, and if you're talking about the personal plans, so obviously whatever I am, it's because of my parents and the education which I got. So Alhamdulillah, my parents are very much sensitized about the importance of education. So, if I get any reasonable opportunity, then obviously I want to opt for PhD studies. Especially at this position. But two things which I strongly believe that actually changed my personality and that actually enabled me to run this institute smoothly. First thing is that collaborative approach. We have to work with the team, having a team spirit. You don't need to be a boss to run an institute, just be a leader so that the more we inspire people, they will be able to work with you more comfortably. And the second thing is patience. For this position, patience is very much needed because we have to deal with different type of people with different mindset or maybe different challenges they are facing at their homes. So once we are dealing with the community, so we have to develop this emotional intelligence. Although I'm not saying that I have mastered the emotional intelligence skills, but to some extent I have been able to achieve the patience while dealing with the community and the staff. I usually give this advice or message to my students and as well as for younger siblings is that um, never stop your learning. It should be your lifelong journey and pursue your education. Go for higher education. Get any kind of opportunity whenever you see such kind of opportunity for your learning or for your higher education. Grab that opportunity. And secondly is that come out of your comfort zone because usually we people, in order to um, face those challenges or in order to just hide from the challenges, we go into the comfort zone. Actually, that day our learning stops, we become stagnant. So come out your comfort zone, work on yourself, face challenges, take some risks, and then you will see that how much those challenges and opportunities are going to shape you, shape your personality. Thank you so much.